Have you ever pondered the possibility that Earth might be an intergalactic zoo? Picture this. We are all species carefully selected from various planets, placed here on Earth, and monitored throughout our life cycle by an advanced civilization. This intriguing perspective is not just the stuff of science fiction, but a legitimate theory proposed by some scientists. This theory is known as the zoo hypothesis, and it offers an interesting explanation for the Fermi paradox. For those who might not be familiar, the Fermi paradox is the apparent contradiction between the high probability of extraterrestrial life and the lack of evidence for or contact with such civilizations. The zoo hypothesis suggests that advanced alien civilizations could be observing us from a distance, maintaining their discretion and avoiding contact. This might sound bizarre, but think about it. Isn't that how we observe animals in zoos? We watch them, study them, yet we do not interfere with their daily lives. In this scenario, we are the animals and our planet is the enclosure, observed by beings far more advanced than us. But why would they do this? The reasons could be numerous. Perhaps they're curious about our behavior, our societal structures, or the way intelligence evolves in different environments. Or maybe they're conducting a comparative study of life across the universe. The idea of the zoo hypothesis is both fascinating and unsettling. It challenges our perception of reality and our place in the universe. It prompts us to question whether we are truly alone, or just a small part of a larger cosmic picture. So let's delve deeper into this concept. Let's explore the implications of this hypothesis and ask ourselves, what if our daily lives, our joys and sorrows, triumphs and failures are all part of an interstellar observation? So what if we are just inhabitants of an elaborate cosmic zoo? Imagine biology trackers implanted within each human, silently observing and recording. These trackers, sophisticated beyond our comprehension, could monitor everything from our vitals to our brain activity and even our emotions. They could be part of an unending stream of data, flowing into some distant alien database, providing a wealth of information about human physiology, behavior, and societal development. These trackers wouldn't just be passive observers. They could be the tools of rigorous scientific study, used by advanced civilizations to better understand the life that blooms on our little blue planet. The data gathered could reveal patterns and trends, painting an intricate picture of our species and the world we inhabit. Now let's dive deeper into this concept. Picture the Earth as a living laboratory home to a diverse range of species. It's not just about monitoring individuals, but populations, ecosystems, the entire biosphere. Each species, each individual, each interaction, all part of a complex web of life, offering a unique perspective to our celestial observers. This is where comparative studies come into play. By observing the diversity of life on Earth, alien researchers could gain valuable insights into the evolution of intelligence and social structures. How do different species adapt to their environments? How do they communicate, cooperate, compete? What drives their behavior, their culture, their societal norms? These studies could extend beyond Earth, comparing us to other species scattered across the cosmos. Perhaps Earth is just one of many intergalactic zoos, each hosting a different set of species, each offering a unique piece of the puzzle that is life in the universe. But here's the catch. We're not willing participants in this study. We're not scientists or researchers. We're subjects, our lives observed and analyzed without our knowledge or consent. We could be unwitting subjects in a grand experiment, our every move observed and analyzed. This thought may be unsettling, but it also prompts us to question our place in the universe and the nature of reality itself. The zoo hypothesis raises numerous ethical concerns. It's a statement that echoes with a profound resonance, doesn't it? Let's delve into some of these concerns, shall we? Firstly, there's the issue of consent. If we, as Earthlings, were placed here without our knowledge or agreement, we're not participants in a grand experiment, but rather the subjects of it. We're like the animals in a zoo, observed and studied, but without the capacity to consent to our situation. It's a sobering thought that challenges our very notions of free will and autonomy. Then there's the potential for manipulation. If an advanced civilization is observing us, it could also have the ability to manipulate our environment, to control variables in the grand experiment that is Earth. This could range from subtle adjustments to our climate or biosphere to more direct interventions that influence human behavior. The idea that our lives could be manipulated in such a way, like pieces on a cosmic chessboard, is indeed chilling. Moreover, this manipulation raises questions about authenticity. How can we be sure that our achievements, our progress, even our mistakes, are truly ours? If our actions are influenced by unseen observers, can we claim ownership of our history, our culture, our very identities? And let's not forget about the potential fallout of discovery. If we were to become aware of our observers, our behavior could change, potentially skewing the data that's being collected. This is known as the observer effect, and it could potentially disrupt the very purpose of the Earth experiment. Furthermore, if we were to develop technology advanced enough to detect our observers, it could lead to unforeseen consequences. This could disrupt their observation, or worse, cause a conflict between us and them. The implications of such a scenario are as unpredictable as they are unsettling. In conclusion, the ethical dimensions of such a scenario are as vast as the cosmos itself. They prompt us to reflect on our place in the universe, our rights as sentient beings, and the potential implications of extraterrestrial observation. These are not easy questions to answer, but they are crucial ones to consider as we explore the fascinating and complex concept of the zoo hypothesis. Our awareness of being observed could have far-reaching implications. This is a fundamental principle in the field of human and animal behavior, known as the observer effect. It's a simple yet profound concept. The act of observation can alter the behavior of the observed. If we were aware that we were being monitored by an advanced civilization, would we act differently? Would we strive to appear more intelligent, more compassionate, or more peaceful? The answers to these questions are as diverse as we are. Now let's consider the observer effect in the context of the zoo hypothesis. If we're indeed the subjects of an intergalactic study, the data collected about us could be skewed by our awareness of the observers. This could potentially undermine the value of the study for our galactic observers, leading them to reassess their methods or even abandon their project. But there's another unintended consequence that we should consider, one that could have profound implications, not only for us but also for our observers: technological leakage. This refers to the possibility that we might develop technology advanced enough to detect our observers. If that were to happen, the consequences could be unpredictable. On one hand, this could lead to a disruption of the observation process. The observers, no longer able to maintain their distance, might be forced to reveal themselves or retreat. On the other hand, it could lead to a conflict. The observers might perceive our technological advancement as a threat and respond defensively. Or we might take offense at being observed and seek to confront our observers. In either case, the discovery of our observers could lead to a major shift in our understanding of the universe and our place within it. It could force us to reevaluate our beliefs, our values, and our goals. It could also lead to a societal upheaval as we grapple with the knowledge that we are not alone in the universe and that our actions are being watched and analyzed. The discovery of our observers could be a Pandora's box, unleashing consequences we can't predict. But as with all great mysteries, the pursuit of understanding continues, regardless of what we might find. Could the knowledge of our shared origin unify us or create a power imbalance? This thought-provoking question brings us into the realm of unity and division, the potential social implications of the zoo hypothesis. Imagine waking up one day to the revelation that we are not alone in the universe, and moreover we are part of an intergalactic lineage. This realization could create a profound sense of unity among us. The idea that we share a common ancestry with intelligent life on different planets could foster a sense of belonging in the cosmos. Our differences, which often seem so vast and divisive, could suddenly feel insignificant in the face of our shared cosmic heritage. In this light, the zoo hypothesis might serve as a unifying force, a universal narrative that binds us all. It could potentially bridge cultural, racial, and social divides, uniting us under one cosmic family tree. We might begin to perceive ourselves not as separate nations or races, but as a single species, siblings in a vast cosmic family. However, this newfound unity might come with a significant downside. The knowledge that we're being observed by a more advanced civilization could lead to feelings of powerlessness and even resentment. We could find ourselves grappling with a sense of inferiority or even a fear of manipulation. After all, if these observers have the power to watch us without our knowledge, what else might they be capable of? This power imbalance could lead to social unrest, paranoia, and a deep-seated mistrust of the unknown. It could divide us even further, as different factions form around how best to respond to our observers. Some might advocate for open communication and cooperation, while others might push for resistance or even aggression. As we grapple with our place in the cosmos, we must also navigate the emotional and social implications. The zoo hypothesis, while fascinating, is a double-edged sword. It has the potential to unify us under a shared heritage, but it also introduces a power imbalance that could further divide us. As we continue to explore the implications of this theory, we must remain mindful of this delicate balance. Faced with an existential crisis, humanity's search for answers would intensify. Our world, as we knew it, would be shaken, our sense of self and our place in the universe thrown into question. We would find ourselves standing on the precipice of a new reality, staring into the abyss of the unknown. The discovery of the biology trackers would be a turning point, a catalyst for change. These unseen observers, invisible and yet omnipresent, would become the focus of our collective attention. We would be forced to grapple with the reality that we are not alone, that we have never been alone. How would we respond to this revelation? Would fear and confusion reign, or would curiosity and a thirst for knowledge guide our path? The answer, as with so many things, would likely lie somewhere in the middle. As a species, we have always been driven by a need to understand, to explore, to seek out answers. This would be no different. We might attempt to communicate with these observers, to reach out into the void and make contact. We would seek answers about our origins, our purpose, our destiny. Why were we chosen? What do they hope to learn from us? And perhaps most importantly, what do they see when they look at us? However, in our search for answers, we might also find more questions that challenge our beliefs, our values, our very identity. We would be forced to confront the possibility that we are not the pinnacle of evolution, but simply one branch on a vast and diverse tree of life. This journey of discovery would not be easy. It would demand courage, resilience, and an open mind. But it would also offer the possibility of enlightenment, of a deeper understanding of ourselves and our place in the cosmos. In the end, the zoo hypothesis is not just about the possibility of advanced civilizations observing us, but also about our quest for understanding and meaning in the universe.